Peace be with you and welcome to Spiritual Chords. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning back, what is good? Come on in. I salute the divinity in you. The divinity in me salutes and recognizes the divinity in you. Big shout out by way of gratitude to the beautiful ascended master ancestors. Shout out to the angels, our spirit guides, supernatural beings, alien beings. Shout out to Gaia. Thank you for transmuting all unwanted, unnecessary energy and turning that into something good, also known as Planet Kai, Mother Nature. Shout out to all the planetary alignments under the moon's shadows as we decode all this weird ass energy and we just let it flow and let it go and we release what needs to be released. That was a really straight from my soul type of an intro. So I extend that to you by saying peace be with you. Assalamu alaikum. Shalom, paz, and blessings to you wherever you are on this beautiful planet. I know that all is well. That is what I'm projecting out to you. All is good. All is well. It's all good. Yeah, okay. Listen. So as we open up this spiritual door, I always like to say, take what resonates and leave the rest. But just as I split the Kipper-ish deck, I see here you're held in high honor, okay? You're coming up as somebody who holds a very special, important, very beautiful, very radiant spiritual rank, okay? When we talk about spiritual rank, you could be somebody that's doing something that your ancestors didn't do. Or maybe you're taking on the work of your ancestors and you're creating something bigger, something better, paving the way, leaving a spiritual legacy. You're leaving your spiritual imprint in the earth, and it's already been co-signed by the divine in the heavens. I like it. Come on in. Talk to me, divine beings. Let's just see what's going on, spirit. Okay, so I heard ashes to ashes, dust to dust, ashes to ashes, dust and bones. Okay, so we got a voodoo worker, a mambo priestess. Okay, so this person is educated. Yeah, enough that they should know that they're breaking spiritual law. Why are they doing this work, spirit? What's going on? Somebody's working with an altar. Okay, somebody's got graveyard dirt, Bible scriptures, symbols, incantations, and a picture of you. Possibly some type of waxing, wax on, wax off element. Okay, so somebody's working illegally with nature and she's tired of their shit. Somebody knows better. This person is initiated by bloodline, by lineage, okay? I just heard mambo, high priest, high priestess, okay? And they're doing something. Yeah, look, it is your faith that sustains you. So you have these colors around you. You're emanating some type of aura, yellow, green, orange, red. Each one of these colors represents a chakra. It represents an emotion in the physical body. And notice the color that she's wearing is purple. Notice the way she's holding her hands. It's almost like charging your chakras in your hands to generate your power. So you could be transmuting, or you have transmuted something. I just heard for far too long. Yeah, somebody was also doing this to a child as well. And they're sitting now with this energy of expectation. Could be a mature older woman. Somebody could be in their 70s doing this. And they're sitting with the energy of expectation. Somebody said you're supposed to be dead by now. Okay, so you died. And then you turned into Lazarus and you said, listen, and you awakened. Somebody's trying to figure out how you resurrected, how you rose again in 3 days, like the Christ consciousness. That's what I just heard. Okay. Ashes to ashes, bones and dust. What is it that the universe wants us to know? Yeah, look. This is some type of great milestone for your ancestors. You overcame some very powerful spell work. Somebody's very knowledgeable. They're knowledgeable in the herbs that you use. They're knowledgeable in how to conjure. They're knowledgeable in allowing, how do you say, nature to take its course. But somebody wanted to fix things in a way that you would be eliminated. Somebody's sitting with an energy of expectation. This person is really concerned because every time they look up, you've achieved something new, not just in the physical world, but in the spirit realm. Ashes to ashes, bones and dust. Relationship. You got a healthy relationship coming in. Now, whenever we look at relationship card, you can look at this as if, this is one person as well. The two become one. It's a bride-groom internal marriage. It's you being well with your feminine nature, healed, and your masculine energy, which puts you in a balance. That's a big achievement, okay? This person, clarify working with bones and dust on their altar. This person's too high ranked to not know better. This is what Spirit is saying. Yeah, look. Some type of false narrative, okay? This could be in the spirit realm. This does not have to be person to person in the 3D, but false narrative. It's like somebody is lying to the spirit realm about you, or they want you to be cloaked in some type of shame, okay? They're like talking to the spirits though. It's like gossiping, sitting with the spirits, lying to the spirits about you. Whoa. So that you wear some type of energy. Yeah. I just heard exile. They wanted to exile you. Who is this Mambo priest? And you know better. You breaking spiritual law, girl. Look at you. If you're this high ranked, how did you end up in spiritual court? Under severe judgment. If you're this high ranked and we can pick up on your energy, that means that the collective has ascended beyond your levels of intelligence, knowledge, things that were passed down through your bloodline that you decided to abuse your power, your knowledge. You invoked something very nasty because you yourself had something within you that wasn't healed. And you felt like this was your place to test somebody's spirit. That's what I just heard. It's like somebody looking at you like, Like they don't like the fact that you're passing the test of the spirit. They're doing voodoo. Somebody could have a voodoo doll. They definitely have a picture. They definitely are working with bones and dust. Clarify bones and dust. They're trying to figure out now how your energy works. Okay? This could have been after a lot of like failed attempts. Somebody's like, okay, now that I know I can't take you down, you seem to outrank me, I'm going to use these ashes and bones and dust and graveyard dirt or whatever this is, and I'm going to try to see how you do something. So now this person needs to learn from you what it is that they don't know or something that they've lost by way of knowledge. But see, this is the trick of the enemy. How can you study somebody else to try to figure out yourself when really you need to go within? Somebody's really initiated. Somebody could even be like a teacher, like a grand witch of some sort. So they might teach people how to do stuff, right? Yeah, you were supposed to be a part of some type of experiment. Yeah, you're coming up as an earth angel. You can't do earth magic on the earth angel. So somebody's using herbs, you're made out of herbs. Somebody's using earth, you're made out of earth. Somebody's using graveyard dirt. Clarify voodoo and false narrative, lying to the spirits. You lied to the spirits, child. Yeah, look, I can't make it up. Conflict. But this came up in the reverse. So this could have been spirits that were sent to create some type of confusion around you, conflict, or something like that. Love spell is in the reverse as well. It's like this person was sending conflict, love spells. They could have been trying to work in the shadows of your ex-partners or something like that. This person is heavy in their south node. Look at the way it came out. Ooh wee, south node energy. Somebody's way in the shadows, too deep down in the shadows. Protection. They hate how protected you are. And even with them trying to learn from you, really what they're trying to do is get into your energy, and it's spiritually illegal. The spirit realm is telling them to back up, back down. Yeah, somebody's ancestors are telling them back down. Okay, they could have tried to use your energy in a love spell to attract and or attach themselves to somebody with a high vibrational frequency, because love spell came up in the reverse and conflict did too. South node energy. This person is crazy. Jealousy. I feel like this person wants to change how people see you. Something like that. Yeah, something about how people see you, enamored. Somebody's really attracted to your aura. This could just be in general, babies, animals. You're an earth angel. People like you. They say hi to you. They want to talk to you. You're giving off a certain aura. And this person is jealous and envious of your aura. You outrank this Mambo priestess, but I feel like she's been deranked. Clarify? Passing false narratives, doing voodoo. Yeah, this person's been deranked. You're coming up as somebody that is a rising star. Something about you getting some type of recognition for what it is that you do and having big achievements in spite of this spell work really does chap this person's hide. It's like somebody's like, how dare you? Like, what? Somebody's like, how dare you? I put my best work on this plate. I put this picture and I put my picture. Somebody could have been trying to transfer they whatever to you. Like I see somebody with a plate, some dust, some bones, maybe a couple of candles. This person has a specific time when they do the magic, and they have a voodoo doll as well. Okay, this person is angry because they're saying, I put my best work on you. This is somebody that teaches other people how to do binding spells and love spells. They were really good at what they did. Past tense was good. What they did, what they've done, but it's over. You've proven something here. And with the false narrative, if they told people about you, people are now watching you be unaffected by this magic. You're held in high honor. Whoa. So you hold yourself accordingly, right? It's like when you know somebody's doing dirty work on you, you don't stoop down and get in the mud. Like, I'm not about to get into your sick bed. I'm not about to be provoked by your low vibrational shadows because you're in the dark night of the soul fighting the devil, and the devil keeps body slamming your ass up against the wall. Then you go back and you sit on the devil's lap and you make a deal. You are in a self-imposed imprisonment. This voodoo has this person down in a rabbit hole. Somebody could have been isolated for quite some time trying to get something done. Months on end, like staying in the house, working at work. This is how determined this person is to take you out. Yeah, I can't make this up. This wanted to come up in the reverse. They don't want people to see you in this divine feminine energy, but I feel like it's too late. In fact, I know it is. It's totally not up to them. This person lied to the spirits. Clarify, you lied to the spirits about this chosen one. You tried to take somebody's divine feminine energy away from them, or block it, or stop it. Clarify, bones and dust. You're using bones and dust on a plate with a picture. You did this to a sweetheart. Okay. You could have sent some type of entity attachment or some type of entities to this person's house to upset their home. Somebody could have buried something in the yard. Clarify, bones and dust. Yeah. Karma's here though. It's in the upright. So that means that you're getting good karma, collective. This is a big win for your ancestors. This is a big win. This is a big, like, achievement that you've overcome this. Because whatever the next level is, it requires for you to be able to pretty much stand in your power, unmovable, unshakable. And this right here proves that you have what it takes to be held in high honor by way of your bloodline. It's almost like what the enemy meant to destroy you really is what puts you in this high honor energy. It's how you fought the battle, you know? Yeah, I just heard, let's go toe for toe. Let's go lick for lick. So this person wanted to provoke you. They wanted to go toe to toe, lick for lick. They wanted to shadow box. They wanted to talk about it. And you're not interested. You block this person out of your energy. You're very much aware. This is so funny. I just heard, I know you got a picture of me. Collective. Y'all are funny. You're coming up as single, sexy, successful, self-sufficient. It's giving 9 of Pentacles energy. Listen, somebody's like, I know you got a picture of me. Clarify. This is crazy. Look, I know you got a picture of me. Ritual. Oh, this person could be experiencing some type of paranormal activity at their altar. Okay, they got some spirits running around. That's what I just heard. So something about trying to penetrate your energy, your inner tree. I just heard your inner tree. So somebody went for your root chakra. Yeah, your tree of life. Within, they went for your nervous system. They went for your root. They went for your Akashic records is usually at the root chakra. To me, that represents, all of what you've been through. That determines if you have a spirit of fear or if you have a spirit that is determined to answer the call for your life. And clearly you are a very, very strong soul. 44 is real significant. This person could be seeing synchronicities as it relates to you. And you got the gift. Something about a special gift that you have that nobody can take. Wow. Wow. Something about your bloodline. Something about your bloodline ritual. So somebody could have sent some type of magic to your house. They buried something in the yard. I'm going to be honest, y'all. It is having absolutely no effect on you. You're in this protection energy. Although you might be aware, Earth Angel energy, because you're grounded. Earth Angel energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Protection energy is giving water sign energy, Piscean energy, Cancerian energy. You're so tapped in. Oh, you're so tapped in. Gaia is just transmuting whatever this is. So house energy. Somebody could have, again, buried something near your house. Yeah, and they're really trying to figure out how the hell are you warding off these tumultuous spirits, chaotic spirits, chaos magic. That's what this is. And you're in this I just had to get it out. The smile. It's the smile for me. You're just in this blissful energy. And somebody is like, what? Somebody might be 45 years old, 25 years old, 62 years old, 17 years old. A 2-year-old could be significant, 44 years old, 20 years old. Somebody could have been born in 1973, or they could be 37 years old. There's a lot of energy here. You could be seeing 333, okay? It's a lot. You could be seeing 222. So somebody has a picture, okay? What's the abandonment energy? What is that about? What's the abandonment energy? Somebody wanted you to abandon something. Somebody wanted you to abandon your higher self. To do what? Commercial break. My thing is, if you don't do nothing, what else you gonna do in life? If you don't answer this call, what else are you gonna do? Nothing? Nothing's not an option. It's not even on the multiple choice by way of the game of life. My thing is, somebody wanted you to abandon, your high honor position out of fear. Huh. Whatever you did, whatever you're doing, you keep rising to the top. I keep hearing, rising to the top. Give it all you got. Give it all you got. Manifestations and unexpected money. Your high vibration, whatever you're doing, you could be cleansing. You could be keeping your home in order. You could be keeping your house in a high vibration. Your home picks up energy. So when you play music, when you dance, I love hearing children run in the house. Sometimes people are like, sit down. Let them babies run, honey. Those babies transmute energy. When they're jumping around and they just don't want to sit down, or they're humming and can't sit still, that's a form of transmuting energy. That is the worst thing that we could tell a child. Sit down. Stop moving. No, let them move. They're a child. Children in your home are a blessing. When they're laughing, when they're happy, right? Real high priestess, you already know. Don't ever raise your voice in your house in an angry manner. No. Always take it outside your house. If you need to scream, you go into nature, sit down, drop it at the door. But when you come into your house, that is your only place that is away from the world. That's your personal, it's given spiritually domesticated and balanced. So somebody went to attack your home. You're over here manifesting unexpected money, manifestation, sweetheart energy, good karma. People are enamored with you. You're enamored with your higher self. You're in love with yourself. Bliss. Is internal happiness, something you can't go by. High honor, divine feminine energy, and you have a very special gift. Now your gift is getting you something on the external. By way of manifestation, unexpected money. Somebody wanted you to run away from this and do what? And run towards the North Node? I know you can lying. I know you can lying. I know you lying. False narrative, honey, no. After you've done all this work, there's no way, there's no chance in hell on God's good green earth would we ever abandon our position because somebody is doing routine rituals and they're isolated and bound to it, too afraid to leave the house. See, when you got dark witches like this, 9 times out of 10, they don't go out of the house that much. They're too afraid because of what they're doing in the dark. So when they go outside, they always sneaking around, watching over their shoulder because they're afraid that the spirits that they've conjured up are going to get them. Why? Because you're somewhere on a whole nother frequency that doesn't resonate with their ritual. You're not even connected to the ritual. All they got is a picture of you. It's like, I know you got a picture of me. Hey, I know you got a picture of me. Hey, I know you got a picture of me. I know you got a picture of me. Listen, somebody got a picture of you on their altar. Ashes to ashes, bones and dust. They got a picture of you on their altar. They can't stand that picture on their altar. They looking at the picture, is looking at them. You looking at them. You like, what is this? But your aura is not confounded to some type of ritual on a plate with some bones and some dust when the spirit realm got your back. Whatever spirit they use in the spirit is snitching them out. There's a divine masculine here coming in. Or you with the divine masculine, or you just in this beautiful energy, but relationship, divine feminine, divine masculine, that's high level connection. That's beautiful energy. It's in a synchronized order. This is the way that your life is supposed to unfold. And you're going to step into this spotlight as you should, because that's just what it is. It is your time collective. Okay? Ashes to ashes and bones and dust. Ashes to ashes and bones and dust. Ashes to ashes. Did y'all see the 2222 on the timer? Yeah, you got a soulmate coming in. 2468. Some type of ritualistic energy is about to spin the block in this person's rabbit hole. I just heard diving deep, going into the dark. Somebody feels like they ain't got a damn thing to lose. They already know the karma's gonna come back. So they just trying to take you with them. That's what I just heard. Wow. It's over. I just heard, it's over now. It's over now. I feel like I can make it. The storm is over now. The storm is over. It's done. It's finished. Like, what is this? Let's tap more into this bones and dust for dust. See what is going on. I love the Kipper is. Shout out to the intuitive gang. For all the people tapping into their intuition, using their discernment as you navigate through this life. May you be happy. May you have peace. Let's see what else is going on, y'all. I feel like, which cards do I want to use? Which cards? Let's see this Mambo priestess that's lost her rank. You was playing with bones and dust with dust. Okay. Somebody was initiated. Somebody was, this person was offended by your presence. Offended by your knowledge. You know what's so interesting, chosen one? You had to get this knowledge out of the mud. It didn't come easy. It's almost like they're jealous of the way you handle your struggles and the fact that you are as light as a feather after going through so much. Somebody is trying to figure out, how do you tap into such love, light, so much love, light, and forgiveness after all that has happened to you? This really baffles this person. Ooh, whoever they are, it's like nobody's that perfect. nobody's that perfect. It's like there has to be something wrong. So they went into your Akashic records. They went digging around in the trash. Thank you, Spirit. They tried to see what you had gone through, your trauma, your depression, your anxiety, your suicide attempts, your sickness, your death. And how did you come out as the sun? The Ace of Cups, the Ace of Swords, the Ten of Cups in the upright, all in the upright, all the kings and queens in the upright. They're trying to figure out, and they're jealous of how you navigated your struggle. Well, damn. Yeah. I can see this person really clearly. So that lets me further know that whatever spirits were conjured up, they're now snitching on this person because spiritual law has been broken. And that lets me further know that this person's ancestors are telling them this is not what they're supposed to be doing. Or yeah, I'm hearing no. Somebody's ancestor said you need to like get out the way. Like, what are you doing? The level of knowledge that this person has that was passed down to them, their ancestors are offended because they're attacking an earth angel for no reason at all. And when they couldn't find a reason or anything to attach themselves to by way of your character, somebody went and just created a false story, a false narrative, just sat down and lied to anybody that was willing to listen. They even lied to the spirits. Show me this person. Ashes to ashes. Ashes to ashes. Bones and dust. False report. I can't make it up. This person was passing around some type of false narrative about you. Making up lies. They could have told people all kinds of stuff. This is a part of spell work, okay? When somebody is weak, when they don't know what to do and they can't take you down, they don't know how to do it, they involve other people's energy by way of gossip. Yes, that is a form of spell work. So when somebody calls you a gossip, right? Whether it's true or not, you got to ask yourself, why are you bringing this information to me? What is it that you want me to do with the information? 9 times out of 10, they want you to co-sign to their bullshit. They want you to see the gossip the way that they see it. They want to lower the vibration and include you in whatever they're projecting out about this person. Now, with false narrative, this ain't even true gossip. This ain't even, did you hear about such and such, so and so? And come to find out it's true. This is something that somebody just made up, which really makes them look even more mentally unstable. It's like you made all that up. You just out here lying. Clarify false reports. Too knowledgeable. This person's too knowledgeable. You got the hangman and you got the emperor. Clarify. Show me this mambo priest. It's a crazy ass person out here. King of Pentacles in a reverse. Could be feminine, could be masculine. Okay. Who's this emperor and the hangman? Who's that person, Holy Spirit? Who is that? 10% of reverse. Somebody that's addicted to something. It's weird. Somebody's a shapeshifter. Emperor, hangman, King of Pentacles in a reverse. This person is controlling. They're ungrounded. Warlock energy. They're coming up like a witch. This man comes up like a witch, a warlock. This is what the spirits are showing me. 10% of reverse. Obsessively doing this. Addicted to doing something. Somebody has addictive behavior. Like if they like to drink, they want a lot of drink. If they like to eat, they want a lot of food. If they do drugs, they want a lot of drugs. If they have sex, they want a lot. Like this is an overindulging person. Like somebody literally drowns themselves in their overindulgence. Okay. In this case, they were overly indulging on something illegally by way of magic. Show me this dust on the plate with the picture. Show me the dust on the plate with the picture. The Two of Pentacles. They were trying to twin with you. To come off as your energy, to mix their aura with your aura, to use you as a shield, to cover up their insecurities and their lack of knowledge. So you know something that this person doesn't know. That's why gift came up and they're trying to figure out, how did you get that? Some of you may not have even been passed down certain practices by way of rituals. You could be self-taught, self-initiated, led by the Holy Spirit, straight from the divine. You have families where they pass down certain prayers, rituals, ceremonies or whatever. This person has something passed down to them from a grandmother, from a mother and their ancestors are disgusted, totally not supporting them and trying to play in your energy. But you somehow are the rose that grew through concrete. You could have lost everybody. You may not have known your real parents. You could have been in foster care. Maybe you had to learn how to pray. Maybe you had to learn how to protect yourself. Maybe you got signs and synchronicities along the way. This really pisses this person off because it solidifies you to be somebody that deserves to be held in high honor. Whoa. We're just reading this person's mind here in spiritual court. If the ancestors are allowing me to tap into this energy like this, to this level, this person's pretty much done. They've been deranked. They've been debunked. Because I see somebody that's like teaching people. They could have had like a few proteges or godchildren or something like that. They broke spiritual law in the worst way. Clarify false report. Ooh, what is that? The Three of Pentacles in the reverse. False report. What's the Three of Pentacles in the reverse? What's false report? Three of Pentacles in the reverse. The lies that were told. The Queen of Cups in the reverse. Somebody could have talked about your body. Somebody could have tried to say that you were promiscuous. Three of Pentacles in the reverse. Like you were like a third party situationer type of situation. Somebody wanted you to be seen as dirty, nasty. Three of Pentacles in the reverse and the Queen of Cups in the reverse. Queen of Cups in the reverse is somebody that doesn't take care of themselves. They don't like themselves. They don't love themselves. They're emotionally manipulative. They fill their time, unfortunately, with doing shit to people that ain't got nothing to do with nothing. And they always end up in the Queen of Cups in the reverse energy with an empty cup, right? So what was the false report? This is what somebody said about you. Yeah, the Three of Wands in the reverse, okay? This person could have even said that you did not have spiritual gifts. Three of Wands in the reverse, that you weren't tapped into spirit. Clarify. What did this person say? False report. Let's just expose it so the ancestors can take the order. Well, whatever it is, it backfired. The Tower in the reverse. So whoever they told, whatever they told, the spirits they told, the people they told, the Tower's in the reverse. It backfired, okay? You're coming out as somebody that's of royal lineage, the Ten of Cups. I cannot make this up. This person could have told people that you are not the high priestess, you're not the empress, you're not the emperor, you don't deserve to be in this position, you're dirty, you're nasty. They said all kinds of nasty things about you. Very, very nasty. They said that you didn't have a gift, you didn't have the gift of foresight, but then they went and did something with bones and dust to try to block your intuition to make the false narrative manifest for real, but it backfired. The Tower's in the reverse. So this person is down for the count. I feel like their spirit guides and their ancestors are not really rocking with them. And so, I don't know. Let's just see, Holy Spirit. Show me what I need to see. Bones and dust. Show us what happened. Yeah, they've been exposed. You know, I'm going to tell you something. This person, your picture could be making them paranoid. They could feel like you did something, some type of reverse action. It's almost like taking the spirits that they're using and using them to your advantage. This person feels like, yeah, I can't make this up. I cannot make this up. I can't make this up, y'all. The Hermit. You're learning some type of new gift. It allows you to tap in so quickly. You gather information, insights so quickly, you know immediately where the energy is coming from. The sun, enlightenment, radiating light. This person's candles, if they burning candles, the light from the candles might be getting brighter because of your aura on the picture. The spirit guides are telling me that something is weird happening at this doggone altar. Somebody did this, Two of Pentacles, in an attempt to use your energy to try to balance something out, or swap out some type of karma, or make you be seen as like, you know, spiritual public enemy number one. They wanted people to attack you. They wanted, so the bones and this dust on your picture was supposed to penetrate your aura, penetrate your physical body, so that no matter where you went, people would be feeling weird about you. Somebody was really pressing to try to get into your energy. Nine of Cups. To gain some type of wish fulfillment, but you ended up with the Nine of Cups and the Sun. Your wish fulfillment is you're being held in high honor. Okay. Who's this Emperor and the Hangman? Who's this person? The Two of Wands. Clarify the Two of Wands and the Emperor and the Hangman. The Lovers. So you got the Empress and you got the Emperor. Somebody didn't want somebody to see you as the Queen of Cups in the upright. So they could have been doing things to this Emperor as well. Okay. So that he couldn't balance something out. Somebody didn't want an Emperor to think for himself or see you in a beautiful light. With the Lovers and the Two of Wands. Clarify this Emperor, but he still sees you. Six of Pentacles. This person wants to give you equal give and take. This person admires you. Whoa, somebody was fighting tooth and nail to put you in some type of false image, energy, dirty up your energy, dirty up your aura. Again, I see somebody also doing some type of sigil, sitting on the floor with candles around them. Somebody could have opened up a door to the gatekeeper. Yeah. To attack your confidence and your beauty. I see a beauty spell. Clarify sitting in this circle. Show me this person. Yeah, the Ace of Wands. And to extract your ideas and to disconnect you from source. To basically reroute your destiny. This is what somebody wanted to do. They wanted to reroute your destiny down some type of weird ass path that don't belong to you. You're like, that ain't the way the Most High God told me to go. You're very, very clear. You're too tapped in for this. This is somebody that had a lot of knowledge, you know. So it's like to add insult to injury, you got the nerve to be in the upright here with the Ten of Cups. it's like they want this masculine to see you in a bad way so bad. They're desperate. Clarify false reports. What is the deal? Ashes and the ancestors showed up to the conversation to process the reports. The ancestors said, leave the report right here. We'll take a look into it. We're going to find out who said, what said, when they said it, how they said it, where they said it, and what it is that needs to be said and or resaid. It's like somebody's on the stand in spiritual court and the ancestors are like questioning this person without even asking them anything because we already know what happened. And they're like, but I said, and the ancestors is like, say that again. Say that one more time. We just want to be clear that you sitting up in court lying under divine oath. Your bloodline didn't even show up to defend you in court. Clarify false report. Fake news, man. That jealousy and that envy is a horrible disease. It's a horrible disease. It's the worst. 37 on the timer. This person is taking themselves out because you're too anointed. You got the Ace of Pentacles here. Divine collective. You got a special gift. You got some type of special supernatural gift that somebody's trying to figure out how the hell, what the hell, where the hell, and when the hell did this happen. This person is crazy. You got the Page of Pentacles. That came out on the fence. Why is that Page of Pentacles on the fence? Because you got the King of Swords in the reverse. This person is trying to decide if they want to continue doing spell work that's not working on you. They trying to decide if they want to do another conjure, or maybe they're trying to dig up some more ancient knowledge or whatever this is. Honestly, the devil has this person in a chokehold. Quite literally, they're in a chokehold. Yeah, look, it's already over, but the world represents them being in another world. Like they're disconnected from truth and clarity by way of reality. King of Swords in the reverse. This person was determined. Clarify the King of Swords in the reverse. Yeah, the Two of Cups. Because they don't want these two people to come together. It appears as though they're already together. Big Gemini energy. Neurological system. Gemini represents the nervous system. So your nervous system is plugged into source and you're emanating some type of communication with the universe that this person's magic don't have no effect on you. Now in the spirit realm, in the ethers, people are basically watching you take down an ancient witch. This person has messed with you for many, many lifetimes, you and your partner. Yeah, it's like people are sitting back waiting and watching like, I'm just trying to see what's going to happen. It's like that kind of energy. It's like evil and good. You keep getting up on the good foot and somebody's waking up on the wrong side of the bed. Clarify, there's a love spell here too. The Knight of Pentacles. Because somebody wants to come in with a breadcrumb, hoping that they did destroy some type of opportunity for you. I don't think that's gonna work. What's the love spell? False report. Projections. Yeah, this is earth magic. Seven of Pentacles. Somebody's either paying for spell work or they did some type of earth magic or spell work. Clarify bones and ashes and dust to dust with a picture on the plate. Yeah, this shit is over. You don't even give a damn. You're not even looking in this person's direction. There's a masculine here that wants to dominate your energy. There's also a feminine here, but this person has you on their altar and they were told by the ancestors to stop. Like, when you start going against your ancestors, you might as well hang it up. You're now walking through life with no spiritual protection. That's crazy business. This is how I know this person ain't got nothing to lose. There's no way. There's no way you made it to this rank. You have this much knowledge and your ancestors told you this ain't what you want. You need to stop, but you still don't stop. So you went against spirit after placing false reports, after being exposed because the tower's in the reverse. So now people are finding out that what you said about this Queen of Cups is not true. The Three of Wands, that they don't have a gift. You lied. This whole fake spiritually. She don't know nothing. She's not psychic. She's not chosen. You didn't want people to see this person in a decent light. And the people that couldn't see this person in a decent light did her a favor because they're just like your diabolical ass. These people didn't have the eyes to see and the ears to hear. But with the Four of Cups in the reverse, you don't give a damn. You're not even looking at this breadcrumb. Page of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, King of Swords in the reverse, and the King of Pentacles in the reverse with Temperance. It's a hell to the no, boo. Somebody's going to suffer in their addictions. Addicted to envy, addicted to jealousy, like not knowing how to function unless they got that spirit nearby, that jealous spirit. Like, who goes and digs in the trash and is like digging up a spirit of envy to be possessed with? Jealousy. Power hungry. Why ain't you digging for some type of intelligence? Because higher level intelligence, real power don't move like this. Real power don't move like this. This ain't real power. This is somebody trying to flex their muscles. But in reality, Nine of Wands, they weighed down. They're coming up as the wounded warrior because the battle is within them. Whoa. Clarify ashes to ashes and bones to bones and dust to dust and bones to bones. My left ear is ringing. This person is really pissed off. My left ear is ringing. You got the Wheel of Fortune collective. This clown didn't stop nothing. They just went to their own circus and nobody's even in attendance. I don't even think people want to hear what this person got to say with the Three of Pentacles in the reverse. Somebody didn't want people to work with you. Three of Pentacles in the reverse. Oh, don't talk to her. She fake. She phony. She stink. I heard she had HIV. I heard her hair stink. I heard her man. Like somebody was out here putting it on thick, honey. King of Swords in the reverse is somebody with a nasty, venomous tongue. Somebody dedicated their life to taking you down. Clarify this person. Jealous of your spiritual rank. Yeah, jealous of your spiritual rank. I cannot make this up. You got the Queen of Pentacles in the upright. You got the Star energy. You got the Knight of Wands and the King of Wands. Whoa. Clarify this energy, Spirit. And the Ace of Swords. The truth is out. So whatever was said, it's almost like your ancestors showed up to bring the truth. Illuminated the truth. Left it in the atmosphere for people to take it or leave it. It's like you can believe what you want to think. And whatever you don't believe, it don't matter because this person is still shining. Whoever you are, divine feminine, divine masculine, you're coming up as a Queen of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy, the Emperor, Aries energy, a leader. And not only that, you see things from a different perspective. You got the King of Wands here, fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, the Knight of Wands being passionately in pursuit, and the Star. Somebody sees you as they're happily ever after. They're seeing the truth. So this person that had somebody on their altar could have had you and a masculine on their altar. Because I see somebody trying to like skew somebody's view of you, or you know, it's almost like that energy like, oh, that she's not who you think she is. She ain't that pretty. She's not this. She's not that. She's doing this. But in reality, this person is still seeing you. Look, Six of Pentacles. They want to come in and show you love. Seven of Pentacles. Somebody was heavily invested. And then you have a fake person here. who wanted you to take a lesser offer or lesser than your value. King of Swords in the reverse with the Page of Pentacles. This is a breadcrumb. This is somebody that came in to waste your time, to confuse you, because you do have a real partnership coming in. Something like that. Damn. Clarify bones and dust, Holy Spirit, over the picture. It backfired. Six of Cups in the reverse. This is supposed to take you back to the past, constantly reliving stuff, heartbroken, so you wouldn't have an open heart chakra, open to this new beginning. This didn't work. The Six of Cups. So this person could have got stuck in your energy, in your old dense energy, meaning the energy that you got rid of, the energy that you had a funeral for. Here lies all the versions of myself that I once knew. You had a whole ceremony and somebody went, dug up the grave and dug up your old self, and you're like, I don't live there no more. Who is that? This is you. You're like, no, I don't even know that person. What is that? You closed the door, the world. Listen, somebody went into your Akashic records, to your dirty laundry, and dug up all your trash and everything that you had discarded, something that you no longer needed. That's what I just heard. Trying to keep you bound to the past. See, when you're bound to the past, your heart is not open to the present, but you're coming up in the sun's energy. Spirit just said you set the grave on fire. Somebody tried to bury you in the earth. They did a whole bunch of stuff. They used herbs, they used bones, they used dust. Somebody got they granddaddy's urn and some bones and some something like that, child. A lot of them spirits are abandoning these people. They don't want to do the work. They're like, what the hell is this? What is this? Somebody's got a heavy, heavy spiritual price tag on their soul with the Five of Wands. They sent you chaos. They wanted you chaotic. That's so mean. What's wrong with them? What's wrong with them, spirit? Let's see what's going on. Let's use these cards, okay? Let me see. Did I use these cards the other day? I feel like these are the same cards. Hold up, y'all. Yeah, ashes to ashes and bones to dust. Bones to dust. Somebody could have grounded up some bones. Damn, somebody's in the lab. Somebody was at that altar, working that altar, weren't you? Dedicated. They know how to do it. I ain't gonna even lie. Look, as soon as I split the deck, Judgment. Judgment and the King of Swords. So this person definitely knows something. They know how to do something. The Hermit. But they're having to stay isolated for fear of something backfiring. So this person could be like working in a dark room, losing track of time, like really working that altar, y'all. Burning candles. Somebody could be burning red and black candles. Okay, so they went to the gatekeeper to open up the past or something like that. Some type of symbol. To put you back, to make a cycle, like go back around again. That's what I just heard. But now they're stuck in it. Does that make sense? Is anybody following me? Yeah, somebody went to try to make you stay stuck in something. Now they're stuck in your energy, your dense energy, your dead energy. Yeah, Seven of Pentacles, child, earth magic. Lord, show me this person, Holy Spirit. Show me the person, the bones and the dust, and the bones and the dust. Clarify this person, Holy Spirit. Somebody's saying, I'm the Empress. King of Cups and the Empress. I can't make this up. This is about a man being in love with a woman and somebody trying to dirty up your energy. The Empress energy. They want to come up as the Empress. They want this person to see them in this energy so bad. Please see them in this energy. King of Pentacles. Somebody wants to make somebody an offer. Somebody's a businessman. Somebody's wealthy. King of Cups and the Empress. King of Cups and the Empress. My nose is itching. The Spirit says what I'm saying is the truth. I just heard something was working for a little while. But you're coming up as the Hierophant. This is a high level commitment. So somebody had you and a masculine on their altar working with bones and dust. I can't make it up. This is a couple. Look, the King and Queen of Cups. High level commitment. Feminine energy, Hierophant energy, masculine energy. You're coming up as the Empress, but somebody wanted to be seen in your image. Okay, so they also could have had a picture of themselves on the altar as well. The Five of Cups. They're sad. This didn't work out. Yeah, somebody definitely had a voodoo doll as well. Yep, Nine of Swords. Whoa. Five of Cups and a Nine of Swords. This is like suicidal energy. Ungrateful. Ungrateful energy. This person had a lot of knowledge. They could have used their knowledge to do something great. And instead, they did this over a man. They're chasing a man. Somebody sees you as the Empress. The Hierophant, it's a high level commitment. This is a connection that the divine has ordained, that the ancestors are saying it will happen. Queen of Cups, King of Cups, no matter what has happened, it's going to happen. This is your person. Five of Cups and the Nine of Swords. This person's like in a dark place. I feel like somebody is not aware of the time. I feel like they're not aware of where they're at. Like somebody's been isolated for too long doing this magic. And they're driving themselves crazy, literally. Five of Cups. Look at the way there are two cups standing up in the background, but they're crying over this three. This person is ungrateful. It's like whatever the universe was offering them, okay, that wasn't good enough. They wanted your cup. They wanted the King of Cups. They wanted the, but there was something else for them. But because they couldn't get past their own insecurities as a practitioner, somebody got into this energy like they had something to prove. They pulled out their best magic. And you literally like devoured it, consumed it, transmuted it. Yeah, this person is crazy. They did this to themselves though. They drove themselves crazy with this spell work. Determined to make two people not be apart. I mean, to not be together. Or to not be apart. They could have tried to bind themselves to the both of you. I feel like somebody's spell work went in like through different stages. Like, okay, I'll try this, I'll try that. They just like a mad scientist. This weird science. Like somebody's like, clarified ashes to ashes and bones to dust. Something was supposed to lower your vibration. Yeah, Seven of Swords. Look, after they were told by their ancestors not to do it, look at all the swords. Somebody's like, okay, I'm gonna pull out my best. But look at how they're responding. What do you mean pull out your best? Against who? Nobody's fighting you. What are you talking about? Somebody is crazy. Look, Five of Cups and the Nine of Swords. This person is going crazy. They could be saying that, like, yeah, okay. Oh, it's like that. Oh, I'm gonna take you out. And you're like, what are you talking about? The Empress is somewhere stretching her back. The King of Cups is somewhere filling his cup. Nobody's in this tarnished and warped reality but the person that's doing the work, because the Hierophant energy means that you've already answered the call. So it's only a matter of coincidences, a series of coincidences that will happen, that you will run into this person, quite literally. And there are no coincidences. Everything is literal. Everything is controlled by the spirits. The ancestors are like, okay, hold up, watch this. Wait a minute. You got the King of Pentacles here. This is somebody to be with. Whoever this is, it drove somebody insane. The Eight of Swords. I cannot make this up. This person is losing it. Whoa. Whoa. Like, I would say insane asylum, but I feel like the way they feel is like they're in an insane asylum. Eight of Swords. Self-imposed imprisonment. They put themselves there. They drove themselves crazy. Wow. So this person wouldn't see you as the person. Yeah, look. Hermit energy. Clarify the Hermit. Judgment. I cannot make this up. This person's judgment is to be in isolation. It's like the spirits are forcing this person into isolation, binding them to their own demons, making them go within. Because one thing about the spirit realm, when you have a certain level of knowledge and you know there's certain spiritual laws you're not supposed to break, when you break them, you get like a lashing. You get a lashing from the spirit realm, like 10 times worse. Because the spirit realm is saying, you know better. Mercy and grace is when you do things out of ignorance. Or maybe somebody's attacking you and you don't know who's attacking you, so you attack the wrong person. Or you say, I know you're in my energy, and it's not that person, right? That's mercy and grace, because there's confusion there. But in those moments, peace be still, you go within, you transmute energy, you surrender to the universe, and the truth always comes to the surface. Somebody wanted to go sword for sword and toe for toe. Because I keep hearing, let's go lick for lick. Let's go toe for toe. Like, ain't nobody going toe to toe. Look at the Queen of Cups. Her toes are pointed in the direction of her North Node. She's sipping her tea, minding her business, and she knows what's going on. Look at her face. She's like, I know you got a picture of me. It's ridiculous. So this person feels like you're taunting them in the middle of their torment. Oh, okay. All right. Judgment. Hermit. The spirits are forcing this person into isolation. That is a form of judgment. Almost like wiping them off the face of the earth type energy. Putting them in isolation. I just heard never to be seen again. Whoa, this is crazy. This person did some dark magic. Meanwhile, you got some type of celebration coming up. The Three of Cups, collaborations. This could also be networking. This could be getting with new friends. Like, look at how confident all these people in this picture are. Everybody's got their own light. It's like, oh, there's enough light for all of us. Look, they're all standing in their own power. Look how confident they look. This is you being around people who appreciate and or understand your light. There is no competition amongst great people. They just simply collaborate. And it's very easy to do that in a high vibration. This person's judgment and hermit and the Eight of Swords is to be isolated. The Page of Cups. Clarify, Holy Spirit. And the Ten of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles. This person was doing some type of spell work to get you to like take a lesser offer than your high level commitment. But your high level commitment was you following your higher self, never abandoning your higher self. And with that comes a beautiful partner. So basically they wanted you to abandon yourself. But the way they saw it, they wanted you to abandon another person. Well, if I'm not abandoning my high version of myself, it's inevitable that I'm going to meet a high level commitment by way of a King of Cups, me being the Queen of Cups type energy. I can't miss this blessing, but somebody wanted you to miss it with the Page energy and a Knight energy, Knight of Pentacles and the Page of Cups. You got the Ten of Cups. Why would anybody take a Page of Cups over a Ten of Cups? Clarify, Holy Spirit. Anything else? The Page of Swords, and they're watching you, monitoring spirits. So ashes to ashes, bones to dust. This could have been some type of monitoring spirit that they wanted to follow you. Because this person has been, I just heard, casted out, y'all. Like, casted out. There's something dark coming after them. Look at that hand coming up out the grave. Whatever they did, it's too much. It's too much. They've been isolated. So the Hermit, the Eight of Swords, the Nine of Swords, Five of Cups, and the Seven of Swords, they're hiding out. Somebody is fighting to get their mental health back from what they projected out. So this could have been a lot of hate. A lot of like, when I tell you this was somebody's best work, they threw everything at you. And the kitchen sink. You know, we used to say, but with the exception of the kitchen sink, somebody threw everything at you. They wanted you to go for a Knight of Pentacles and ignore a King of Pentacles. They wanted you to take a Page of Cups instead of a Ten of Cups. Whoa. They wanted you not to take the Three of Cups and the Queen of Cups. But instead, you moved on. You got strength in the Chariot. Big Cancerian energy. Big fire energy. You're the Lioness. Your Cancerian energy is nurturing. You're caring. You're loving. Somebody really gets upset with how loving and caring you are. Look at all these cups. 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 Love. Love. Overflow. Psychic. Healing. Beautiful. Wonderful. They could have even tried to present you to this King of Cups, King of Pentacles, as a Page of Cups. Yeah, look, you're a healer. Six of Swords. Aquarius energy, you are the calmer waters. You remember when we used to sail to calmer waters? And now you're held in high honor. You've been awakened to what you're here to do. And you're like, no, no, no. I am the calming water. We are the holy waters. Yeah. Yeah. I just heard the ancestors say, you are the living word. You are the living words. You're walking, breathing ashe. You're walking, breathing karma. Good karma, good dharma. Yeah, I can't make it up. Somebody wanted to dirty you up. Clarify this ashes to ashes and bones to bones, stones to stones. The world in the reverse. Honey, somebody wanted to turn your world upside down. Topsy-turvy. Upside down, you're turning me. You're giving love. Okay, sun energy. You coming out like the sun in spite of. Somebody is like really sitting back going crazy in the Nine of Swords with the Five of Cups, trying to figure out if their spell work had any effect on you at all. This person don't even know if it worked because of how you keep showing up. Clarify divination, working at altar. You're doing a little divination. And the Ten of Swords is in the reverse. Child, I know you lied. You took every single sword out of your back, out of your mind. These swords were never yours. You did not cast these first stones. Somebody wanted to stone you to death. My left ear is ringing. This person is mad. They're sitting up. They talk curses all day, and literally it just bounces off your aura. When you're taking pictures, you might even see like an auric light around you with colors, like that sun energy. Like you're radiating light. Quite literally. The world in the reverse. Yeah, somebody wanted to go into your darkest energy, and I promise you they're stuck there. Whoa, you got to be careful. You know, spiritual rules number 1, don't go into anybody's energy if you don't have permission. If they don't come up in your reading, if they don't come up in your energy, stay up out of people's spiritual closet trying to figure out what they've been through, because I promise you, you're going to get stuck there. You're going to get stuck there. Somebody doesn't know. They don't realize, or maybe they didn't know, or they didn't show that they have respect for your spiritual rank and your spiritual journey. The amount of demons that you had to cast out are now the ones that they're stuck with. This is what happens when you don't mind your business. This is what happens when you get out of your own lane and you're too preoccupied with what somebody else got going on, because you're too busy measuring your self-worth by way of you being a practitioner with somebody else and how they got through their dark night of the soul. Somebody's mad because you don't look like what you've been through. You just sitting up like, oh, life is good. Life is really good. You done had 10 swords in your whole back. And as soon as you got them 10 out, they came with another 10 and another 10 and another 10. And somebody's like, you got the nerve, the audacity to be coming up as the Hierophant with agape love? Yeah, as above, so below. What you thought? Oh, you thought we were going to be bitter and angry forever? Oh, you thought we were going to be sitting up looking like some spinsters? Oh, you thought we were going to be bent out of shape? Been there, done that. Casted out those demons. You can have those Akashic records. You can keep them. You can even take a picture of them. You can take a snapshot. Careful though, because you got a photographic memory of all the dead versions of us that we got rid of. So now you got to go to like 9 million funerals. You got to deal with 9 million demons that we casted out. Now this person trying to study you and figure out how you did it, because they're like, well, how did you get through the dark night of the soul? Well, what are you doing in that dark night of the soul? I can't help you through your dark night of the soul, so you need my help now. You got us on your altar because now you need our help with the monitoring spirit to help you get up out of our dark night of the soul. No, the judgment is you should stay there forever, ever, 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 ever. Those are your words, not my words. These are the words that you casted upon the stones, bones, ashes on the plate, in the graveyard, upon a chosen one. So the same words that you casted are the ones that are now holding weight in your life. Not my words, that's what the ancestors said. 10 of Swords is in the reverse. Somebody's getting divination, realizing that this had no effect on you. Obviously, they know it didn't. You know why? Because they're spying and watching to see if you have, you know, if you show up online, if you cough. Yeah, my spell work is working. Like, child. This is the kind of person. This is this person. You know, it's crazy because they've been stripped down to the bare minimum of spiritual knowledge. Almost like a baby. Now, if they're wise, if they're smart, they'll see this as a blessing. But it doesn't seem like they want to stop these shenanigans. They might shenan again. No time soon. They don't want to stop it no time soon. That's when you know the devil got a hold on you. You cannot tap into people's bloodlines. Even with tarot, right? I've heard a lot of people say, oh, I left tarot. I used to flip the cards, you know, this, that, and the other. And I've heard their reasoning. But let me tell you why. It's because a lot of people ask the cards questions that they have no business instead of allowing the cards to move by way of the spirits. This platform, these cards, my gift is dedicated to the spirits. What spirits? All the people that lost their lives due to witchcraft. Those ones. All the ones that are trapped in between realms because a dark practitioner wanted to continue to use their essence while they silence them in the grave and unalive them for their own gains. My platform is dedicated to the spirits. And that's just what it is. So the spirits tell the story. Be them good, bad, and or indifferent spirits, depending on their energetic experience in the earthly realm. Some of them never had an earthly experience. Some of these are old ancient demons conjured up. It's forbidden knowledge. But when you sit in the seat of the Hierophants, game over. You have dominion over these spirits. So let's just say somebody's sending you a legion of demons. Like, I'm going to send you 1,000 demons. You're like, that's what's up. Okay. Go on and learn your lesson then. Because the spirits have the final say. Wheel of Fortune. I can't make it up. This is where people mess up. Thinking that tarot is a trending thing. Oh, I'm going to pick up some cards. I'm going to do tarot. You have to be called by the spirits. How do they get your attention? Oh, they'll get your attention. Well, how do I know? Oh, you'll know. Just walking your journey. You'll know. Well, how do I know what I'm supposed to do? Oh, trust me. They have to call you. They choose you. Ascended masters choose you. They call you. You don't ever go chasing after no spirit. And that's the problem. Somebody went chasing after your spirit, your spiritual business, and got a whole can, a bucket, a barrel of whoop ass in the spirit realm. Because the spirit realm is saying to me over and over, this person knew better. They can't sit in spiritual court and be a stuttering Stanley on the stand. Well, I thought, and she said, no, she did. First of all, that's a false narrative. We're going to need you to stop lying. Now, when the spirits take your tongue and split it in half and you can't get nothing out your throat, you going to know that the spirit realm is whooping your ass. No, we're not doing anything to you. Hands off. We got work to do. We're busy. We're mandated reporters for source. We got to guide people to the light. Ain't nobody got time for that. So this person could feel like you're doing something to them. No, that's their mind playing tricks on them. They're in a maze. They're in a mirroring maze. It's reflecting back their own thoughts, and their thoughts are tormenting them. The same torment that they wanted to inflict on somebody who they were told to walk away from. You don't go chasing those spirits. You're going to get exactly what you're looking for. And it might not even look like what you thought you needed, but you're going to get exactly what you need. And that's what this person is getting. You don't run after no spirits. Don't dig into nobody's stuff. Look, the world in the reverse. Wanting to turn your whole world back around. It's like the wheel is turning in your favor and somebody's like, no, you got to go back. Go back to what? The past funerals of myself? Bitch, I'm not going back to no past ceremonies. Are you crazy? I need you to dig up your old body of yourself. I need you to be your old self. I need you to lower your vibration. Bitch, no. Ain't you lowering the vibration enough for everybody in the world? You the big bad wolf. You the big bad mama voodoo priestess. All that knowledge you had and you lost it. Oh, you are an example of something I don't ever want to be. Holy Spirit, please don't never, never, ever, ever let that energy find me as a teacher here for the Divine Collective. This is somebody that had rank, honey, educated. Two of Pentacles. Now you sitting up looking like a Willy Wonka in a chocolate factory with the Two of Pentacles in the reverse. You are the 7 deadly sins. I love the Willy Wonka story. It talks about the 7 deadly sins. If you really watch it, the old version and the new version, yeah. Every single character in that movie represented some type of sin. And then there was the poor boy who had a lot of joy in spite of what he had. There's power in that. 10:33 on the timer. Somebody came for Source. Didn't even know that you was Source. Hell, you may not have even known that you were Source, but you know that now you've accessed Source eternally within you. Wheel of Fortune. Thank you. That's what spell work like this does. It does you a favor. It gets you blessed if you just learn how to navigate. 8 of Swords. Mental imprisonment. If you just learn how to navigate through that 8 of Swords. But listen, you got to be a spiritual Houdini. There's only one spiritual code per soul. So with somebody trying to tap into your soul, of course they're going to be confused. Of course they're going to be lost. Of course. Look. And they keep watching you, trying to figure out, how are you getting a victory? How are you getting the 3 of Cups? What the hell are you doing? I didn't burn black candles over you for 21 days straight. I did a whole ritual, a funeral, put you in a casket, threw you in a jar, and I threw you in a box. I used my menstrual blood. I used my feces, my urine. This is what this person is doing. You mix that up. Then you started crushing up bones. And then you put that over the picture. Then you did a beauty spell to see if my gift was predicated on my exterior, my external, my aesthetics. Why? Because you don't like yourself. This person don't even look at themselves in the mirror. They could have all their mirrors covered up. They don't like the reflection. Yeah, look, they came for your confidence. Every time I see Queen of Wands, I think of somebody who's just confident. No matter what your shape, your size, your age, you come out confident. You're okay with you. There's a fire in you. There's a burning desire of authenticity. You walk in it, you breathe in it, you move in it. Somebody came for your Queen of Wands energy. What is deeply rooted in your loins by way of passion, your solar plex, your creativity, the fact that you give good advice, the fact that people like you. The Queen of Wands in the upright is funny. There's something really innocent about the Queen of Wands though. In the upright, High Priestess, Queen of Wands in the upright, there's something very childlike about them. And it's almost like a decoy. Like people think they can play with the Queen of Wands in the upright because she comes off so playful. But you got power, pain, and fire in that DNA. This ain't what they want. I don't know who, thought, what, when, why, where, who, what, when, why, where, who thought. Listen, the Indian ancestors just popped out. Whenever I start getting into that chant energy, y'all, I really feel like the Indian ancestors push me and they chant. What, hey, when. Who, what, when, why, who said, they said, why we don't go get up. They want to get this person's head. That's what I just heard. They said they want to knock this person's head off. Damn. Because the show must go on. You've already moved forward. Okay, so 3 of Wands is foresight, the future, what's to come, and the moon. Somebody was waiting upon the full moon. This could be this full moon. I don't know. Are we in a full moon, new moon? You got people that live by the moon cycles. You know, at a certain point, quite literally, you just kind of move. You just kind of, you know. This is somebody that waits to use their power because they're bound to what's on the external. They're bound to the moon. They don't move unless the moon moves. But the moon is casting some type of shadow by way of illusion. So they're an illusion. They're stuck in an illusion. Yeah. Like, who told you I can only use my power around the full moon? What type of God are y'all dealing with that got y'all isolated to holidays? Halloween. They gearing up for Halloween right now. This person's in isolated. Next 30 days. Come Hallows Eve, oh, they ready to rip it out. They gonna tear themselves up. They gonna tear themselves a new one. Under Scorpio energy, bitch, listen. Okay, hold up. Under Scorpio energy, you got the Emperor energy, okay? Whatever this is, they were doing magic over this Emperor. They could have been trying to access you through this Emperor because you have a soul contract with this person, affecting your beauty, your abilities. You coming out more radiant. You're still coming out as the Queen of Wands in the upright, being upright, upstanding, upholding spiritual law, respecting lineages. Okay, somebody had a lot of rank and they lost it. Now they're in the 5 of Cups. It's over. This is the message. Follow me over at Divine High Priestess Activated, where I will be doing an extended reading there connected to this one. I'll see you soon. Until then, peace be with you.